Hello and welcome to another edition of My Space. Today I'll be sharing it with a professional colleague, a friend and a sister. She is someone who is well known to the viewing public, at least to people in the broadcast industry or in journalism. She has done very, very well for the industry. Who is she? You'll get to meet her after this time out. That means we are taking a break and we'll be back shortly, so stay with us.
When you take a tour to Africa, there is something you want to feel. There is something you like to see. The sunshine, a fertile land. Something you want to invest in, something you like to gain. Profit only in a place you can achieve your goals. Share the treasure of a good nation. Nigeria, my nation, my pride.
Hello and welcome to another edition of My Space.
My name is Maxwell Loko, Managing Director, NTA TV Enterprises. Watch My Space on ABN TV channel 15.9 Houston.
Yes, welcome back. If you're just joining us, the program is My Space, and you're just in time for you to meet my guest on today's edition of the program. She was rather the former national president of NAWAJ. She is the president of Inwood. What's Inwood? Well, she will tell us all about Inwood when we get talking. So, evening, Onyinlo is a guest on today's edition of My Space. Welcome to the program. It's nice to have you after a very long time of wanting you to share the space with me.
Thank you very much.
Good. Now, I know you are a journalist, a broadcast journalist by profession.
Yes.
Are you now a politician? Why I'm asking is that because of the role you played in the Women for Initiative,
Women for Change.
In the last regime, the government. So, let us know.
Well, Auntie Comfy, it's my pleasure to be on your program. And I'd like to say yes, I was National President of Nigeria Association of Women Journalists, NAWAJ, and currently the founder and president of Inwood. Inwood is the initiative for women's accelerated development in Africa, and it's a non-governmental organization that is out to galvanize women, to make them participate in national development, to also promote issues concerning the rights of women as well as young girls. And so, yeah, back to your question. Yeah, in the last dispensation, I was a founding member of the Women for Change and Development Initiative, Nigeria's former First Lady's NGO, that is Dame Patience Jonathan. And we came together to help her push her NGO forward because it had to do with mobilizing women to take active participation in national development. And we felt that through such a movement, women can really be mobilized, not to take the back seat, that women can do more, that women can contest for elective positions and also win elections. And we also pushed, if you remember very well, for the implementation of the 35% affirmative action of the Nigeria's national gender policy. And so that was the active role I played. I ended up being the North Central Zonal Coordinator of Women for Change up to elections of 2015.
Oh, very commendable.
Thank you very much.
You were indeed very, very active.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say about the impact of female journalists in the industry?
The media
Have,
industry.
yes. Have they really made anything to?
Yes, women journalists have really come a long way. When you cast your mind back to those days when you started, you were long before in the profession, before I joined, you will see that most of the roles women journalists played were very roles that were supportive roles, you know, in helping in production, helping in news gathering, news reporting. But today you can see that we have women in top echelon of the whole media process. We have female editors, we have female producers, we have female directors doing fantastically well, and I would like to say that yes, we have come a long way, but we are not there yet.
There's still room for
yes,
women.
because we want to see women breaking the glass ceiling. We want to see women as DGs, NTA. We want to see women as DG of the News Agency of Nigeria. We've had one. We want to see women as DG FRCN, Voice of Nigeria, and the many private television stations we have in Nigeria. Yes, AIT has done well. We have Tosin Dokbesi as the MD. That is good. We want to see her one day to be the group MD completely, be in charge. That is what we are hoping for.
And how do you intend to achieve this?
Yes, that is what NAWOJ, in fact, NAWOJ came about to push for more women's space in the media industry. And what NAWOJ is doing is good, but they need to do more. NAWOJ has done well in creating awareness, in making women, you know, NAWOJ has trained women variously, you know, to make them professionals, you know, better professionals on the profession, in the profession. NAWOJ has been able to help women come together to speak with one voice, but I want NAWOJ to go further. NAWOJ should be able to come to a point where their voice is heard when it comes to recommend for who should be the boss of a media house. NAWOJ should be able to play that lobbying role. There's nothing wrong with lobbying. It's all part of participation, it's all part of development, it's all part of leadership. So I want to see NAWOJ take a front seat when it comes to lobbying, when it comes to putting a voice, when it comes to recommending women to the top positions in media organizations.
All right, I know you are passionate about the role of women, especially in broadcast journalism. So, but a general picture now, how has the industry fared? Do you think we have gotten there, that the broadcast, the journalism industry?
The industry generally?
Generally, yes. In Nigeria, yes.
We are not yet there. You know why? Because we are talking of digitization now. We are still behind. As far back as 1998, when I went to the US on an international exchange program of the US government to do with broadcast journalism, those people were already digitalized, you know. And we are only talking about it now in Nigeria. We are rather very slow when it comes to technology in the media. You know, we still use some kind of things that nobody still thinks of using. Yes, in equipment wise. We should upgrade. The media in Nigeria must upgrade, especially the broadcast media. Now, when you come to the professionals, the salary is too meager, it's poor. It's very, very poor. It cannot take the journalist home. We need to change that. And that is why we have situations where you have, you know, everybody comes into the profession. You know, it's an all-comers affair, because anybody can just say, yeah, I'm a journalist. You know,
especially when there is a conference or
exactly, you see all sorts of people, you know. So we need to really professionalize. We need training and retraining of our members to make sure that we are up to date with what is happening outside this country. We need to go global.
It is said that humans are political animals by nature. How would you rate the performance of this present government?
when it comes to general performance.
General performance.
Or women too.
Okay, you can include, I know your passion is for women, so...
Yeah, general performance, the war against corruption, the war on corruption is going on well, it's good, because we cannot have a country where a few people just sit and be sharing our national assets, and funds to themselves, when we know that there are many people out there suffering. We need those monies to develop our infrastructure, our hospitals, our schools, to pay good salaries. So Mr. President is getting it right when it comes on the war on corruption. But again, there's recession, people are crying. He needs, as a matter of urgency, to take palliative measures. He needs to put in place things that will ameliorate, that will cushion the effect of recession on the poor Nigerian masses. Because, the harm was done before he came, but again, he promised to give us solution. So he should take the bull by the horn and proffer such solutions, so that all this groaning of Nigerians stop and have a better life in this country. He's not doing well, but when it comes to women participation, it's very minimal. It is unfortunate, because he just has 6 ministers out of 36. We are talking of 35%. During the Goodluck Jonathan government, we had like 33 point something percent, and now we've dropped to less than 5%. It's not good enough. There are still positions to be appointed. There are still appointments he needs to do. He should consider more women into such positions.
Are you a feminist?
Yeah, feminism, it's a nomenclature. People say, you're a feminist, or you are a gender champion. The name keeps evolving with time. So yes, you can call me a feminist if it was that era of feminism. But right now I would say I'm a change champion, I'm a gender champion, and I want to see that there is equality, there's equity between men and women in this country.
What's your take on the recent dropping of the equality bill, women's equality bill, by the Senate?
Thank God it is back.
Okay?
Thank God it is back. But we felt bad when they dropped it. And you saw the outcry. We were part of those that were doing the outcry. We were part of those that were doing the social media campaign. We had a network of women organizations comprising men too, who came together. We thank the EU for helping us out. People like Mrs. Mojima Konjuola, it was an informal committee, and we were able to work with the sponsor of that bill, Mrs. Senator Olujimi, and we did our bit, and she did her bit. And we thank God for the Senate President, because he did not allow the situation to go that bad. And with his timely intervention, the bill was reintroduced, and thank God it has passed second reading, and we are hoping it will be passed. Yes, okay. Even though they watered it down a lot.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, as a woman, what should be the role of a woman in the home? People believe that women should be seen and not heard, or they basically should be homemakers and nothing else.
That was before.
But still, some men
they still think, but when you know what the indices of development are, you must include women in planning, you must include women in development, you must involve women, because they form part of the population. And like in Africa, where we come from here, we see that more than 70% of the people that do household work, that do farming, are women. And they live in the rural areas, and they are poor. And then we say we want to develop. How can we develop if we do not improve the lives of these people that constitute more than half the population of the country? So it's a development thing. It is not about going to the office. It is not about just political power. People do not see beyond the fact that empowering women goes beyond, having equality. It is a development issue. It is a development problem that should be tackled.
Describe your ideal man.
Well, One, he should be responsible, have a sense of humor, economically okay, and have a loving heart, and likes people, because I love people. Yeah.
A people's person.
Yes.
Okay, so he must also love.
Yes.
What you love.
Yeah.
If he truly loves you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. In our society, culturally, people feel you are incomplete if you are not married, if you don't have that tag, Mrs. Tag, or you are like under a man. They say, like you must have a man as the crown.
Yeah.
So what's your take on this?
Well, society is society. What they expect is different from what me expect as an individual. I believe it depends on what you want out of life. If you feel you have to be under a cover, fine, that's good for you. And if you feel you are okay being independent, fine. I think it's a matter of choice. And so, if it's your choice to remain single, why not? And if it's your choice to get married, fine and good. It's a choice you make. So what society thinks to me is what they think, and they are entitled to their opinion.
We see many women in abusive relationships. We see women killed. We see them abused in one form or the other, in marriages, in relationships. What's your view?
Gender-based violence is rather unfortunate. No woman should take it. If you ask my opinion candidly, I would say run from such a relationship, because it's, if anyone loves you, because you don't go into marriage except for love, you know, because you love someone and you want to be happy with that person, live together ever after. But if it doesn't work out that way, please run. Leave. While you are alive, while you can, not when you are dead. When you are dead, you cannot live again.
Has government done enough in protecting the rights of a woman?
Well, government is trying, but it's difficult because some of these things are perpetrated in very remote areas, in areas where people do not even have the voice, they don't have the access to
it also happens in the cities though.
I know, but even in the cities, you see the nature of the people. Very poor person, you know. At times, the people that cannot speak, you will see these days we have emirs, so to speak, traditional rulers, taking hold of very teenagers. It's a position of power, you know. The men are in position of power, and so it's a form of oppression. They oppress, you know, these families who cannot have a say in society, and the system is not even helping matters. You know, though we have a VAT bill now, the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Bill, Act. It's already a law. But let me tell you, it's only the FCT that has adopted that law. All the other states are not doing anything about it.
They're silent.
They are silent. So we need the states to domesticate these laws so that they will protect the rights of especially women and young children that are victims of this gender and sexual, you know, violence.
Okay, what informs the setting up of Inward? At the beginning of the program, I introduced you as a president, founder of Inward. So, what's Inward and what informs the NGO?
Yeah, Inward is the initiative for Women's Accelerated Development in Africa. It's a women's focused NGO that was set up. We are 1 year plus now. And the idea is to bring together Nigerian women, African women, because we intend to go to other African countries to set up, to make sure that issues concerning women, critical issues of empowerment, economic empowerment, political empowerment, educational empowerment are brought to the front burner, We want to bring up leaders amongst women that can really take control and take charge of their lives, can take charge of their professions, their families, and do well in society. We want women to make the difference in leadership, because we have seen the way our leadership has been going on. It's been in the hand of men for donkey years, for ages, and what do we have? So we believe if women are properly guided, they will make better leaders for our country, because by nature, women are nurturers.
You know, you were very disappointed that Hillary Clinton.
Oh yeah, that day I couldn't eat. You follow me on social media, I follow you too, and you saw the way the campaign was hot on my page. But unfortunately, she lost out, and it's a minus for us, because we were looking up to America to help us set an agenda for others to follow. But unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. Hillary was a good candidate, qualified in all ramifications, would have done a fantastic president, would have been a fantastic president of the US of A, but this is what we have. Well, she has become a role model for us. She has shown us, even though she lost, that it can happen, that you can get your party nomination, you can go to the very top of electioneering, and you might make it. So women should not be discouraged.
Okay. You're a very busy person.
Yeah.
How do you relax?
Hey, I relax. So I like having cool drinks, fish, you know, with friends. Yeah, roasted fish, especially because they say it's healthy, and taking the children to parks when I'm less busy. I like hanging out with friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your relationship with God like?
I don't joke with Baba God though, because He alone is God. And if you have to succeed in life, you have to do it with God. Because with God, all things are possible. Without God, you cannot make it. One of my favorite Bible quotes is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And because I am somebody that has a lot up my sleeve, I really need God to succeed.
We all need God
to
succeed.
Yes, I know it. I know it. And so I have a very good relationship with my God, and I see Him as my all in all.
Okay. Your favorite food?
I like rice, so rice in any form.
Okay.
I like rice.
Favorite music?
Hey, I like gospel, and then I like all this Niger music now. Yeah, like Final Father. I like that.
Okay. So if you have a choice of choosing music, which one would you like? So I can play it for you.
Please, Father. Niger.
Okay. Fino.
Yes.
Father.
Yes.
All right. Before we go now, okay. Is Fino your favorite artist? Who is your favorite?
For now, yeah. They come as the music come. I get my favorites out of them, so my favorites keep changing.
Okay.
Once upon a time, it was Oris Femi. Double Wahala. Okay. But now I like Fino. Okay. Father. So and I like Two-Face too.
All right. That's
and
the
I like
secular.
DJ.
That's the secular. Okay, how about the gospel?
Gospel, wow. I like the Steve Crown. I like Samuel Boso. I like Panam. You know, Panam is old school. I like Panam. And then I like Jeremiah. Jeremiah again doesn't sing anymore. But I also like the other one from Jos, Solomon Lange.
Okay.
Yes.
So before we go now, what would you like to be remembered for? And if you have a choice of writing your own epitaph, what will it be?
I would like to be remembered for doing good in the world. You know, I'm a Rotarian, and Rotary is about humanitarian work. It's about service to humanity. And in my various assignments in life, I have always looked up and looked to help those in need in my very little way. I believe I'm here to make an impact. I'm here to change my world for good, for God. I am also here to help those that need my help. So when I leave, they should say, here was a woman who came, she made an impact, she helped the needy, and she walked tall with her head held high. Indomitable, courageous, bold, and beautiful.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Wow, all too soon. We've come to the end of this interview. I was just enjoying. I wish we could go on and on. Well, as in everything, all good things must surely come to an end. Well, we'll say a very big thank you to you for sharing this space with me.
It's my pleasure.
We wish you the very best.
Thank you.
We wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
And more glorious years of service to humanity.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Evelyn Onyinlo. Thank you for coming on to the program. And that's our package. Yeah, that's our package today. I hope you enjoyed the little time we spent with her. Let's do it again next week at the same time. Until then, bye for now.